Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is in collaboration with a friend of mine who also has a YouTube channel, Gracee McCoy. She is another mama. She lives in Texas, and she not only has a channel, but she also has a blog that she has a bunch of great posts on with motherhood, postpartum, homeschooling references. For those of you who are in that phase of life right now, she'd be a great resource. I'm going to insert a little clip from her here just so you kind of catch her vibe.
Hey y'all, my name is Gracee, but you can call me Grace. I am so excited to be doing this collab with Shelby today. I truly hope that you enjoy both of our videos. I am a stay-at-home mom currently to one toddler. She's 3 years old, and I share all kinds of stuff on my channel. I had a brain fart. Faith, motherhood, lifestyle related mostly, and a little assortment of other things. I invite you to check out my channel. Once you've finished watching Shelby's video, make sure that you comment down below that Shelby sent to you. I would love to say hi and connect with you. And without further ado, take it away, Shelby.
This video is our updated nighttime routine now that Charlie is a little Miss Toddler thing and eats like big girl food. So now it's not like pouches and milk all the time. It's like actual food, which is still crazy to me. I feel like she should still be having like formula and like little applesauce pouches, but she's a big girl. But this is what happens every single night after work. I'm a full-time work at home mom, so I work a 9 to 5 just off my laptop at home versus going into the office, and then I'm with Charlie all day every day, with the exception of a couple hours here and there, because I do have someone come in a few times a week to help me out in the afternoons with her, so I can get a little bit of uninterrupted get it done time. But this is what happens every single night after work, and I'm here to take you along on the oh so fun journey that is the manic chaos from like 6 to 8:30 p.m. So the first thing I do once the workday is over is put away all the little things that have spread out across my desk over the course of the day. I do come back to my desk later in the day and get other work done, so I want to have a clean, organized space to work in later. Next, I go to the kitchen and clean up whatever random bits and pieces have made their way onto the counters over the last few hours of fetching snacks for husbands or babies or myself, and then I start to get ready for dinner. This particular night was a leftover night. Thank goodness I did not feel like cooking. Charlie had steamed broccoli and some leftover chicken and vegetables from a crock pot dish we had had the night before. Just diced those up into smaller pieces for her and heated them up for a little bit in the microwave so they weren't fridge cold, because no one likes that. While her food was heating up, I spooned some into bowls for Danny and myself, and since she's a little bit impatient, I went ahead and gave her dinner to start working on while ours were heating up. The night before, when this was fresh out of the crock pot, I had made Pillsbury biscuits, so there were a few left over from last night. I went ahead and took those out to warm up, put butter on, and refresh for leftovers. I don't know about you, but I could probably eat just these biscuits for dinner if that was a healthy option. They are just so good, and I just love them. While I had been heating up dinner, Danny and Charlie had been coloring with her toddler safe can only color on specific paper markers. You can tell which one was Danny and which one was Charlie. While I was finishing up dinner, Danny went ahead and fed the cats their dinner for the night. And then it was time to clean up Charlie. She hates wiping her face, so it's always a little bit of a battle. So I try and get in and get out as quickly as possible. Usually right after dinner, I put her in her pack and play for a little bit so I can get the dishes corralled and back in the sink and do any small little projects I have to do.
How come talking robots? How come talking robots?
you doing? What you doing? You in trouble? You stealing my Tupperware? Okay, bye. What you doing? While Charlie was making a giant mess out of all my Tupperware, I worked on the dishes for the night. Thankfully, there weren't that many since I didn't have to cook, so it went fairly quickly.
No, you're not pulling the clothes out. Charlie! Go! Back it up! Back it up! Back it up! No.
While Danny was entertaining Charlie and working on the laundry, I went back to the kitchen to wipe down the counters. Then I went out to tidy the living room, put away the coloring equipment, put away the high chair, and overall tidy up the couch, put away any garbage, shoes, whatever had been left out over the day. I love walking out to that room in the morning and having it be clean and ready to go with a fresh start instead of having to pick up yesterday's messes. Then I started Rosie the Roomba and let her go about cleaning up any crummies or little bits and pieces that had fallen on the floor over the day.
Mrs. Fortney, this is for all the ice cream in the world. Hey, Mrs. Fortney, this is for all the ice cream in the world. I need your signature. Thank you. I'll get it faxed to corporate. This is to go to bed early tonight. I need your signature. Oh. Thank you.
While Danny was playing fake contract with Charlie on the little doodle thing, I went ahead and vacuumed up all the crummies and cat litter and fuzzies and things that have been tracked in over the course of the day. I'm a little bit obnoxious in that I vacuum twice a day, but I hate having stuff stuck to my feet, and I like to be barefoot in my house. Once that was done, it was pretty much time for bed. So we got Charlie changed in her jammies, got her a bottle of milk, and let her drink that before we brushed her teeth. No, you can't get down. Gotta go brush your teeth. Let's go brush your teeth. After her teeth were brushed, Daddy said goodnight, and Charlie and I went upstairs to read a book, snuggle a little bit, and then put her down to sleep. Tonight's book was an old classic, The Pokey Little Puppy. She wants to try and turn the pages, but they're paper pages, so I kind of have to hold the book away from her. She doesn't necessarily love that she can't interact with the pages, but the story always puts her to sleep. Charlie went to bed fairly easily tonight, thank goodness. So since she's down for the night, I'm going to go for a little half-hour walk. I usually try and walk for 30 minutes a day somehow. Either that's in the morning or at night or on the treadmill late at night. But since it's still pretty light out now, I'm gonna go get my 30 minutes in. I got back from my nap and there is the most gorgeous sunset tonight. I just have to show you. So I'm just gonna sit here and look at this for a while because it's just too pretty not to. I thought I would give you guys an update on like what's going on in our life, my life right now. My husband, as a lot of you know, is active duty Air Force, and he used to work in the medical dental field and hated it. Not his cup of tea, but he did pretty well considering. But he was recently selected to cross-train into a different career field that's much more his cup of tea. It's more like emergency management, security type of thing. I can't really say a ton about it because A, I don't know a huge amount about it, and B, I don't know how much I can say about it. So he's retraining for that, and every time that you enter a career field in the military, and I assume this is for all branches, but especially for the Air Force, you have to go back to tech school, which is like your crash course training to start learning like on the job. So for him, that's in Mississippi, and we're in Idaho, so it's a little bit of a haul. So he's going to be in Mississippi for a couple of months, retraining for that, and he'll get back sometime in the fall. So I'm just trying to soak in the last few days of him being here with us and kind of getting all of that figured out as far as all the logistics of that. It was a really, really quick turnaround time to find out that he was going. So we've been just like chickens with our heads cut off, like trying to figure out like all of the little logistics and things, make sure I have help and company, and getting a security system installed and doing all of that good stuff. So that's what we've been doing the last about 4 or 5 days. Time to get him packed now, and it's surreal that he's not going to be here, but that's part of the military life here. I'm trying to be realistic about it and acknowledge that it's going to be a challenge because I'm still going to be working full time. I don't have family here that I can ask to come help me, but I do have a really great little community of friends here that I know that I can call on. I have a really sweet little neighborhood where like literally every neighbor that I'm looking at their house right now is either retired military, active duty, or like police. So I feel safe in that my community is around me, and then I have friends that live around me too that I know that can come over or would be here like in a heartbeat if I needed them, or will probably just show up at my house because they know that like I'm gonna want some company and like other human interaction that's not like 1 year old. So that's gonna be good. And then I am planning a trip to go visit my family as well, which I'm really excited about. I haven't been back to California since my baby shower, which was May of 2019. So it's gonna be really, really, really good to go back and visit with my mom and my brother and her partner, my grandma. So I'm like really excited about that. I'm going to be driving with a 1 year old by myself for a 12 to 13 hour car ride, but I will do some strategizing on that, and I'll let you guys know what I end up figuring out for that, because I have a feeling I'm not the only person in the world who's trying to do long car rides with toddlers. So to be determined, video coming soon. But that's kind of what's going on right now. He's still here. He's going to be here for a few more days. And then it's going to be that single military mom life for a little while here. So wish me luck. So I'm going to sit here and look at this for a while because it's just too pretty not to. And then the next thing I'm going to do, usually after I walk and once Charlie's down for bed, I clean up after her for the day. So mostly I've got that done between the living room and the kitchen, but I'm going to clean up her playroom and then our room a little bit so that they're kind of put away, ready for tomorrow / sleeping. And then I'm going to do some work on socials and my channel. Okay, I'm giving up on our room for tonight. I just walked in there to like clean it up, and it's just a lost cause. Like there's just too much stuff everywhere with Danny packing to even see a point in trying to put anything away because it's gonna get pulled right back out again. So I'm gonna give up on that. I'm going to go ahead and start working on my channel and on Instagram for the night. I do this every night, especially during the weeks. I try and reach out to a certain number of people and watch as many videos as I can of some other mamas that I've met on Instagram, that I now follow on YouTube, that are like doing kind of a similar thing to me, and just trying to build a channel and do all that. So I try and set aside some time every night to support them. I can't catch everyone, which bums me out, but I at least can get a handful of people a night, and I think anything is better than nothing. So I'm gonna go do that, show them some love, respond back to people on Instagram, and then I'm going to wash my hair and call it a night and pick back up again in the morning. Thanks so much for watching. I so appreciate your time being here. If you have any questions at all about my routine, things that I have tried and maybe I loved or didn't love, please drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer any questions, or if you have any suggestions of things that you've learned along the way that have streamlined things for you, I'd love to hear that as well, because Lord knows bedtime, dinner, cleanup, all of that, like all in that like 2 hours after work is a lot to get done. So I'll take any tips and tricks I can get. All that being said, thank you so much for being here and for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you think it could be of any help to anyone else, go ahead and share it to them. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We are almost 300 souls strong. So thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.